Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope that you all are well and you're having a nice time. So I'm back with another video, and in this one I'll run you through the team selection for match day 5 of the UCL Fantasy. We'll be talking about the possibility of using the Limitless. I am intending to use the Limitless and I'll be talking about that in this video. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do that and help me reach 1500 subs sooner. I am thankful to all of you for all the support you've given me throughout, because that has helped the channel grow, that has kept me motivated. And obviously you supporting me is what I want at this stage, and as you know, you can subscribe, the channel grows and we reach more and more audience. Now we'll start with match day 4 review, and as you can already see, 62 points was the total score. We'll talk about how things went, and then I'll take you to the teams. I'll take you to the team selection, and we'll talk about the transfers that I am currently intending to bring in upon using the Limitless. With the start of match day 4, obviously it was a howler for me, to be honest. 78 points before that, 70 and 90 before that. This is, they all compiled and saved a little bit of my rank, because 62 points was not a good score, to be honest, judging at how the season is going for me. Harry Kane with the armband got 26 points. He was phenomenal in that game. Bryce Mendes, Leroy Sané, Stengs, Jude Bellingham, all the midfield flopped, and it was not a good show that day from the midfield. I had good players. I won't lie that these are not bad picks, but it was just not my day, to be honest. Lorenzo got 3, David Caramau got 6, which was, he was a differential. He got me 6 points in that game. Rome got 4, Trippier with just 3, and Munoz got the assist, so 7 points for him, and Jan Sommer got me 7 points in that game. So it all compiled to get me 62 points. Previous 3 game weeks were very nice, so it kind of netted off the bad rank that I would have if I was having a bad season. So if we look at the rank, let's go to the leagues. It was obviously a rad one. So currently now I'm on 14k and 38 in the country. I was roaming around somewhere on I guess 8th or 6th last week, but things were a mess with this score. If we go back to the team selection, I'll talk about what are the picks that I'm currently intending to bring in. Obviously, we need to make some changes in here, and this is the current team that I have. And Kylian Mbappe and Julian Alvarez are up front with obviously Harry Kane, the third forward, and he is going to be a question mark because Bayern has done their qualification, and I don't think they would be risking their main players. Even if he starts Harry Kane, he won't be featuring the full 90. That is what I'm sure about. Similar would be the case with a couple of players. Some tough fixtures coming in for my side. Leroy Sané, another question mark. Jude Bellingham is going to feature because he did not play during the international break because he was injured. So I am guessing that he will be, playing in this. He will be playing as things move along. So he will feature. If you have him, I'd suggest you hold on to Jude Bellingham. Bryce Mendes fine. Doku is a question mark again. Stengs has got Atletico Madrid, which is not an easy fixture. Similar is the case with Rome, who's got Manchester City, that too at away. Lorenzo had got Real Madrid at away. Munoz has got Salzburg at home, which is an alright fixture. Kieran Trippier has got Paris at away. And Newcastle are going to struggle with their defensive issues. Obviously, they have a lot of injured defenders. Chelsea was another chapter, but PSG is not an easy team, and with now Ousmane Dembele in form, there are going to be a little changes that I would have to make as we move along to match day 5, and there will be some major changes coming in. Now, if you move to the make transfers, I did compile a Limitless in my phone that I was making last night. So I have the picks saved here, and we're going to talk about pick after pick that talking about the players that I am intending to bring in. Now, obviously, I will hold on to Kylian Mbappe because this is a good fixture. Newcastle at home, and Newcastle has got injury issues. Most of the players are injured. Their main defenders are injured. So I will be giving Kylian Mbappe another go, and this is going to be a Limitless. So there is no budget. I will not be budget restricted, so I can go for anyone. I will go for the top picks and the top players that I want in my side. So Julian Alvarez is going to go. Erling Haaland is going to come in. To be honest, I think Haaland could be back in form. He is scoring. He scored versus Liverpool. And I think, Leipzig at home could be another good fixture for him. Then obviously I'm going to take out Harry Kane from the side. And the reason for that is Bayern has done its qualification, and I don't think they will be willing to risk Harry Kane or there are any other players because they have a lot of options. And Harry Kane might be just rotated, and he could be just subbed off earlier. And obviously Griezmann is going to come into side. And the reason for bringing in Griezmann is that they have not done their qualification yet. and Griezmann is in good form. I mean, the previous game was a very good one. It was a draw before that. They won versus Feyenoord, and it was a draw with Lazio. So they need to win this game. It was a tough one the last time they played, but they ended up with a 3-2. Obviously, it was a home game for them, and with the good form that Atletico is in and Antonio Griezmann is in, I think I can punt on Griezmann against Feyenoord, and that is an away game. Obviously, it won't be an easy one, but that is my punt. You can look at other options too. There are a lot of forwards. If you want to try and look for other options, let's just go with the match day points. Harry Kane obviously is going to be a little bit of question mark. Rodrigo is expected to be back. There is obviously Oyarzabal, Morata is in there, Højlund is in there. Then there is obviously Vinicius, who's injured, he's out. Rafael is someone you can look at, and then there is Openda, a risky pick. I won't say it is a good one. Then obviously Luke de Jong is there, Oliver Giroud is there. So there are a lot of options. You can even go for Martinez, but I won't say Martinez is that fantasy kind of pick. So my choices would be Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, and Griezmann up front. Then we go to the midfield, and I'm going to take out Stengs, Doku, Bryce Mendes is going to stay in, and Leroy Sané is going to go out, just what I talked about, because of the possibility that he might be rotated. We're going to go for the midfielders. We're going to take out the overs from here, and what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'll go for Bukayo Saka, who's on the top. He's got a good fixture, Lens at home, and Arsenal is in such a good form. So I'm going to go for Bukayo Saka here, Bryce Mendes and Bellingham. These three would be my midfielders. Two of them are the ones that I will retain, and the other ones that I will bring in would be Phil Foden for my side, and the other one that I had in mind was Jamal Musiala. Obviously, Bayern might start Jamal Musiala, so he has to come into the side. He was brilliant in the last game, and that is the reason why I want to go for him. So my midfield would comprise of Bukayo Saka, who's got Lens at home, a good fixture. Then obviously Phil Foden, who is a kind of a player who can go big in any game, and has been playing currently. And I'm expecting him to start, because with Pep you never know, but I'm expecting him to start. Bryce Mendes has been in such a good form. He missed the penalty in the last game. He did get a chance, but he ended up missing it. So I'll give him another go. Jamal Musiala against a Copenhagen side, and then obviously I will retain Jude Bellingham because Real Madrid are missing a lot of players, and I am pretty sure that Bellingham is going to play because he missed out on the international break too. Now, the defensive changes are going to come in. I wouldn't hold Trippier. Munoz is someone I would be willing to hold. Giovanni Di Lorenzo is going to go out. Karamao is going to go out, and Rome is going to go out. Now the defensive options, let's see what defensive options we have. If we look at the defenders, and I'll just put up the matchday points here. So Pepe is currently at the top with 13 points in the last game, but obviously we would have to make some changes. I won't be going for him against Barca, and that too obviously at home. So what I had in mind, I wanted to go for Saliba at the back, because Arsenal look defensively all right, and they are expected to keep a clean sheet in this game. And then obviously I've got Kim from Bayern. I'd be willing to give him a go. An expected clean sheet in that game, if there is any, I would be happy. But you can see the recovery points that he's got: 11 balls recovered, 11 before that, and didn't recover a lot because he ended up conceding 3 goals. But all in all, it has been a good one with Kim, because he's got a lot of recoveries, and he'll get you 5 points without a clean sheet. And if there's a clean sheet, that is obviously a bonus in that game. Kim comes in. The other one, other than that, I had Dalot in mind for a differential, and not an easy game versus Galatasaray, but the reason is that he has been obviously among the attacking returns so far. He got a goal in the last game he played in the Premier League, and he has been featuring, so I would be willing to give him a go as a differential. I'm not expecting a clean sheet, but the Dalot would be my differential for the attacking returns if there are any in that game. And another one that I had in mind was obviously Hernandez for the attacking returns, and he does those recovery points too. I mean, if you look at that, he got 6 in the previous one, an assist, 2 blank before that, 7 with a clean sheet, and 6 before that. So I'm expecting a good game from Milan, that too at home, because at home Milan is a tough side, and it won't be easy for Dortmund to score against them. So I would be willing to give Milan a go, and obviously Theo Hernandez for a clean sheet and the attacking returns if he could pull out any in that game. Now, I have one thing in mind. If I am to replace Munoz or I am to replace Saliba in that game, what I could do is, if I take out Saliba, I have got an option for Bastoni, because we know that Inter are a tough defensive side on their day. It is an away game. That is why I don't have Bastoni in mind, but I can give Bastoni a go. And what I could do is take out Dallo and bring Saliba back in. Sorry about that. And I could just bring Saliba back in. So either Bastoni or Dallo is going to be what I would, have to decide at the end when I am locking the team. But as of now, I am leaning more towards Dallo and not Bastoni, because both of them have an away game. Dallo is somewhat of a player that could provide you attacking returns in the game. And Benfica obviously is not in their best of forms. That is something I have in the back of my mind before going for Bastoni. But I have to debate around going for one of them. As of now, I'm leaning more towards going for Bastoni. Now, the defenders, obviously, I won't double up on Barca's side, and the reason is pretty clear for you guys, and that is because Barca has been conceding goals. I mean, they look like a defensive solid side, but they're playing a pretty structured-less game since their injury issues and all that stuff. So I'm not willing to, double up on Barcelona with Cancelo and Ter Stegen. If I keep Ter Stegen at the back, I would punt on other defenders. So I'll be keeping Ter Stegen at the back. And I won't go with Sommer then. And if we look at the fixtures, I had Raya in my mind, and that is what I'm going to go for. I am hoping Raya would start this game because Ramsdale played yesterday. So yeah, there is a date difference of the date. 29 is when Ter Stegen plays and 30th is when Raya plays. So I would be willing to give Raya a go. And to be honest, that is what I had in mind with my Limitless. I would keep Ter Stegen, but the other keeper would be David Raya, because I am expecting a clean sheet. That is why I've doubled up on Arsenal with Saliba and Raya. The rest of the team I've talked about already. So there are some massive changes coming in with the Limitless. You don't have to worry about the budget because I have minus 10.6 remaining. 10.6 million, that is obviously overdrawn. That obviously, if I was using a wild card, I would have to worry about the budget. In Limitless, you do not have to worry about the budget because this is a free to go card. You can pick up any player you want despite of their price, and you can just bring them in. Then obviously I would carry one free transfer in match day 6, and then I'd have three free transfers, and I can take out easily the player that I want. I had two players to get rid of that I wanted to completely get rid of because one of them was suspended and one of them is out of form. So I would get an additional player out to budget the 3 free transfers in match day 6. But as of now, this is what I have in mind with the Limitless. This is my ultimate Limitless draft for this week. And I am 75 to 80% logged in with my Limitless that I am intending to play the Limitless. Obviously, we'll get unlimited transfers after a couple of game weeks, so we can rebuild the team and take out players that are to miss out on the second stage of the Champions League after the group stage, obviously. So this is currently it. Let me know what are your plans and what are you thinking. What are you thinking with your team, and what are the obviously possible options that I could go for that you think are differentials and I could target with my Limitless. So let me know all that in the comments below. I have kept the rotation thingy in my mind, and obviously with all the rotations coming in, I didn't go for the tip players that are to be that have already qualified and are expected to score big, but there's a question mark on them that they might start or might not. With obviously Manchester City, they still have to win this game to top the group, and that obviously means a lot when you move to the second stage where you get teams according to your rank. You finished in the group stage, so I have targeted those teams that have still something to play for. So this is currently it from my side. Thank you all for watching, and let me know what are your transfer plans, and please do subscribe as you move out. So good luck for match day 3. Oh, not match day 3, sorry about that. Good luck for match day 5 for the Champions League Fantasy.